Chapter 3, Garden of the Hawkins Mansion. He has managed to get into the warehouse, a place thought to be abandoned, and revealed some surprises. Signs of a recent occupation as well as partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins Mansion. Brum brum.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Oh, we got questions.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Yeah, let me just put on my tea water and then we go right back.
Night
Go.
falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Okay, he wants to go that way. I go a totally different way. That was...
Someone is using the fireplace. I suppose that this is where old Winchester lives.
Small wooden whale, huh? A figurine of a whale carved from wood is the sort of toy that sailors made for the children. We can miss. You walk down that way.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place. Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
So, hilltop house built in 1693 by Reverend John Wickwood. Laid me down and slept. I waked, for the Lord sustained me.
Poor kid. Poor kid.
Well, he's smashed for them.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set
The
foot...
flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her.
Seems to be anything else here. I can't talk to him though. Nothing laying around.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Yep, played all the Dark Souls games. Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. If you don't ask, you don't know.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. And I make sure it stays that way.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have
What
to
an
do.
achievement, a terrible
Go on,
old
then.
man.
Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Okay, how many points do we have now? 4 still, right? This hick cop likes order and justice. He's no great sleuth, but he seems more inclined than his colleagues to discover the truth in the Hawkins case. The inhabitants of the island seem to be friendly with him. He could help me in investigation. There we go, Silas Winchester, huh? The old caretaker of the Hawkins family, Silas Winchester, still watches over the family graveyard and the burned out mansion. Devoted to Charles Hawkins, whom he all but raised, he also has great respect for the memory of Sarah Hawkins and their child Simon. His long months of solitude in the abandoned property have made him very distrustful. He just puts flowers on the graves of Charles, Sarah, and Simon. The mansion. Got the key. But what if I want to go and check out down here now? Hey, you go there, sir. I'm going in another direction.
This gate is locked.
Well, the old man is up there. We went down here instead. Okay.
I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Whiskey, huh?
Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world.
I think later on.
Bourbon. Empty, of course.
I think later on we have to see something or be able to break in here. Nothing we can do right now. It seems like. Yep, back up we go.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Hawkins Mansion. Okay, I'm getting my team. Okay. Let's enter.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me? What kind of meat is this?
Looks like an octopus.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Her and the kid and
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins didn't eat. Was it because of the meat or something else? Something happened at this table. An argument?
nothing else now.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Sarah Hawkins and little Simon. The perfect picture of the middle-class family.
Hard, huh? Little toy. Let's hit him. Lovely weather outside. Yeah.
They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just a stop along the way. Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
John Hawkins poses like an explorer in front of exotic ruins. It is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for?
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way.
I have to click the other ones for. Okay.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Investigate if I can't.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others?
Hidden things in this one.
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Good question.
They had a fight. Why? Did it stop at the time of the fire?
10 p.m.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Missing something somewhere. Usually I have a tendency to complain that I should go back when it's... Nothing there. We found the shoes. We found all the hidden ones. That was it. Ones would have shown up otherwise. They've been missing something somewhere.
Did someone escape the fire? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
What the? Why can't I click it? E?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Mm-hmm. History of medicine in the 18th century. Actually, only covers the so-called civilized countries. Does not deal with the influence of holistic medicines or medicines from continents considered inferior. In progress. Getting. I got so slow, man. What the heck? Okay.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
Where the heck did the police officer go? Going that way. Check the paintings. I'll be on the other side.
This door is blocked from the outside. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Covered him in a little bit.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. This piano is in disrepair.
Yes.
Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. This place was falling apart long before the fire. This place was falling apart long before the fire.
Yep, excavation. Up here.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla. Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. There's something disturbing about this painting. There's something disturbing about this painting. "20,000 Leagues Under the Sea." Another story about the mysteries of the deep. A crowbar could prove useful. What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week she, again, terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to recur, believe me that, although if it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Willard. Let's go and have a little chat with him before we...
Locked.
Damn, this is dark.
The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
Seems like he saw these visions too, huh?
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Oh, there's something hidden somewhere. Oh.
The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time.
Oh, that's his. His mother is screaming again. She cries a lot. Father is sad too and angry with mother. Don't know why. Mother is sad again. At lunch we ate in silence. It was strange. Father said, finish your dishes. We always eat the same thing. It looks like rotten fish and it smells very bad. Why does he always want us to eat that? It's not very nice. You have to eat it again tonight or throw a plate on the floor and smash it. She's always painting monsters. I don't like her monsters. I have bad dreams and they come into my bedroom and look at me. I cry and mother shouts at me. Father says that I must take tablets. They are not nice. I don't want to take them. I built a castle for mother and me. Told her to come and hide with me. Today with mother we played it in the garden, but she is still sad. I hate it when she is sad. Is she angry with father? Father scolded me. He shouted loud and wanted to spank me, but mother did not want him to. He's always angry. Why? There are lots of strange things in his office. I just wanted to look at them. Hidden somewhere here.
What will her room reveal about her? Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Yeah, because the present of the nervous system, but once you begin you can never live without them. Of that I know, so yeah. That's some heavy stuff then. Hidden clues. Sketches, huh? Hidden stuff then.
A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller.
From Thomas Fuller, huh? Okay, that's it. What you need to take then. Okay.
That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent? This padlock is too complicated for me.
Hmm.
This door is locked.
Yep, let's go and talk to the officer and see what he has to say. Well, let's see what we got. For some reason it removed me being able to click on things. I have to use keys. Hmm. I'm gonna go with that one actually. Expert on that part. And then we go for we should go for spot hidden. Maybe I can pick lock it now. Wait, what about that? Look like your drawings, man, Murphy.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
No.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
We're missing something somewhere.
This place was falling apart long before the fire.
Check on supper, the picture, the stolen broken clock, the shoe, scene of the fire, playing the boys' room, from his diary, pills and recipe. Oh, what up? Crowbar can be used for them. Missing something somewhere.
book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
Human body comparative analysis. For medicine progress.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla. Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
I wonder if the crowbar is supposed to be used down
There's
there.
something disturbing about this painting.
Something I'm missing somewhere. We got the crowbar there. Heck, is this one? Huh?
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that last island, your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last one, so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at a premium price. The percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Return. Painting for Dr.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Fate brought us together, and forever it will find us. Sweet nothing.
The door is blocked on the other side.
Is that locked door? Okay. Yeah, let's see. I don't know.
Bradley? Is that you?
Get that one open. To do that room. Okay. Tracy is not yet anchored in our dimension, and an expulsion ritual might work. As long as the person performing it makes sure that he integrates the Elder Sign among the glyphs to make up for the ceremonial circle. Careful though, because the works that describe the creation of such circles are not all of proven reliability. Track taken from the Melius Arian by Abigail G. Okay.
Is anyone there?
Peekaboo.
You! Stop!
How slow we can run. That's not gonna happen.
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I wanna check out the room up there though. Okay. Oh, of course, you can't jump down now. Now you have to walk around. Oh.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier.
Where did he go?
Must have got out some way.
No, he was here. I'm sure. Let's search this room.
It looks like an old seaway map.
Rock water. Okay. The Scala, the Prodigal, the Orpheus, the Saint Blodine. Okay, so there's different ships. Their paths. Ah, okay. Well. Cool.
As if the bookcase has been moved several times. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Oh, we need to...
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Seems like this came from a log.
Okay, 4270. Darkwood Island, we said north all morning. Captain Hamilton is confident. He says that we'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Sunday, 30th, May 1847. 47 north, 55 west. 30th when the whales disappear without trace. With these carcasses, we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating these used beasts? I told Hamilton it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. Tuesday, 1st June 1847, 49 north, 61 west. We dropped anchors near a village. The inhabitants say that the waters are red with blood of the sacred beasts, and to follow them is to defy the gods. I told them that I only feared God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. Friday, 4th June 1847, 57 north, 51 west. We have sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. Wednesday, 23rd of June 1847, 53 west. We caught it. It's almost a grotesque whale I have ever laid eyes upon. We're going to memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. Tuesday, 29th of June 1847. Darkwater, we have beaten the Orpheus to turn with empty holes. Killa and Hamilton are only memories. So, it'll be the... We have a few to go through then. In worst case. I assume it's the catch though. the sighting of it. Where's the Dark Islands? Darkwood Islands one. I would think it's this one.
There must be a link with the Seaway map. Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. With this, I should be able to force the gears.
Well done, Pierce.
We do the lazy way, huh?
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips.
Why use the globe when we can just force the thing open? You can't open it the correct way. Let's force it.